In the headlines of this hour on VTV News, Vietnamese Prime Minister and Hungarian counterpart attends Vietnam-Hungary Business Forum. And later on, Vietnam's economic growth remains strong in 2024. In a world news, Thai court orders government to tackle air pollution.
Broadcasting from Hanoi, the capital of Vietnam. VTV News starts right now.
Good afternoon. It is currently 3 p.m. local time and you're tuning in to 30 minutes of VTV News. I'm Lin Lei with the latest updates. Now on Saturday morning, State President Võ Văn Thưởng made a special visit to Tho Châu Island, part of the Tho Chu archipelago and the farthest island in the southwest region of Vietnam. During the visit, the state president met with and encouraged officers and soldiers at Tho Châu Border Guard Station and extended Lunar New Year greetings to the party committee, local authorities, and people in Tho Châu commune. The state president also commended the achievements in socio-economic development and national security in Tho Châu commune over the past year. The state president emphasized the importance of firmly protecting Tho Châu Island while also prioritizing socio-economic development to improve the lives of the people and preserve the marine and ecological environment. On Friday night, Vietnam time, Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính and Hungarian Prime Minister Viktor Orbán attended the Vietnam-Hungary Business Forum. During the forum, the two leaders agreed on the direction and key measures to enhance cooperation between the two countries. Recognizing that economic investment and trade cooperation are the main pillars, Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính urged Hungarian investors and businesses to explore opportunities and expand cooperation and investment in Vietnam. In response, the Hungarian Prime Minister acknowledged Vietnam's rapid growth and expressed Hungary's interest in attracting investment from Vietnam. He also pledged to promote investment in Vietnam. Also on Friday night, Vietnam time, Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính visited the National University of Public Service and delivered an important policy speech. The audience consisted of hundreds of leading Hungarian political delegates, military figures, diplomats, scholars, and researchers, including the Hungarian Minister of Defense. In his speech, Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính focused on four major issues. Firstly, he shared his impressions of Hungary as a country. Secondly, he provided a summary of the global situation. Thirdly, he discussed Vietnam's journey to achieve independence. And lastly, he outlined the pathway to a comprehensive partnership and friendship between Vietnam and Hungary. Emphasizing the importance of defense and security, the Prime Minister emphasized that Vietnam is a country that seeks peace, but must always be prepared for the possibility of war. Additionally, he stressed the need to prioritize peace even during times of conflict. During the visit, the Prime Minister also witnessed the signing of 9 cooperation agreements in the field of education and training between relevant agencies of the two countries. On Saturday morning, National Assembly Chairman Vương Đình Huệ held a working session with the Standing Committee of the Thái Bình Provincial Party Committee. During the session, the leader praised the province for effectively implementing the resolution of the 13th Party Congress and the 20th Provincial Party Congress. As a result, the province has achieved impressive results, including an average growth rate of 8.18% over the past 3 years and a 45% share of the industry sector. The province's labor restructuring efforts have also been noteworthy, providing a foundation for increasing worker incomes. Moving forward, National Assembly Chairman Vương Đình Huệ urged the Provincial Party Committee to strive for double-digit growth and promptly implement the Thái Bình provincial planning for the period of 2021 to 2030 with a vision for 2050. The National Assembly approved the revised land law with various amendments at Thursday's closing session of its 5th extraordinary session. This decision shows that the National Assembly has completed one of the most essential legislative tasks during its 15th tenure, in accordance with the Constitution, the party's policies and guidelines, and particularly the Central Committee's Resolution 18.
The revised land law, taking effect from January 1st, 2025, has met the consistent requirements of policies and laws on land management and use. Thereby, it is expected to remove bottlenecks, contributing to the sustainable and effective management and exploitation of land resources.
Land valuation methods are new contents introduced by the revised land law. I think these will serve as ordinance targets to handle long-standing problems and bottlenecks. As such, we can have more resources to drive development in the future.
The revised land law provides relatively comprehensive compensation and resettlement policies for people whose land is confiscated.
Some deputies speak highly of the legislation loosening regulations on land accumulation, land extension, agricultural land transfer, and land use rights auctions, which were considered the biggest limitation of the previous land law.
The old law did not allow people not directly engaged in agricultural cultivation to transfer and buy land. The revised law will allow these subjects to transfer and buy land up to 3 hectares. But if the subjects want to buy or transfer land that exceeds 3 hectares, they must establish a cooperative or an enterprise with a specific agricultural production plan approved by the local authority.
See as a result of the proposed changes to utilize real estate, which will make Vietnam an attractive destination for those foreign investors. The revised laws will look at addressing the significant issues relating to determination, which is a great and positive thing for Vietnam and now Vietnam land market.
Local authorities will decide on the annual land price list. This will reflect land prices more closely to those of the market. The important thing is that it will ensure harmony of interests for all parties.
About 65 articles in the legislation are assigned to the government for detailed regulations. The early promulgation of the guiding decree will help land laws quickly prove their effectiveness in people's lives.
According to the latest report published by the ASEAN +3 Macroeconomic Research Office, or AMRO, based in Singapore, Vietnam's economy is predicted to remain strong in 2024. The report forecasts a growth rate of 6% for this year, making Vietnam the 3rd highest growing economy in the ASEAN region. This growth is attributed to the recovery of the export sector in the previous year. Additionally, Vietnam is expected to continue attracting investment as there is a shift away from China. The ASEAN +3 region as a whole, which includes 10 ASEAN countries along with China, South Korea, and Japan, is projected to have an overall growth rate of 4.5% in 2024. Currently, there are 14 types of Vietnamese agricultural products officially exported to the Chinese market. This presents a significant opportunity for the domestic agricultural industry to expand its export markets to this market. Vietnamese cooperatives are actively promoting production linkage, cost support, process standardization, and other practical solutions to meet the official export standards.
The technical team member of this dragon fruit cooperative is instructing the staff to manage production logs using the mobile phone app. This is part of the production requirements for the Green Dragon Fruit project, which is being carried out by the Vietnamese agricultural sector in collaboration with the UN Development Program. Initially, there were 15 affiliated households participating in the model, but now the number has increased to 100 households.
To change the production mindset of farmers, we provide farmers with thorough training sessions on growing methods.
The province currently has over 9,000 hectares of growing areas that meet the VIETGAP standards. The province has been granted 653 export dragon fruit growing area codes and 318 dragon fruit packaging facility codes to facilitate exports. As a result, local farmers have standardized the process of plant care and management.
After we successfully piloted the model, farmers realized the importance of production linkage and prioritized improving the quality of their products.
For years, farmers' production activities have been fragmented and impromptu because they rely on a system of small intermediaries. Implementing production linkage models will become a growth driver for the Vietnamese agricultural industry. This will generate profitable trading contracts for agricultural businesses and cooperatives throughout the country.
Vietnam possesses many of the world's leading precious medicinal plants. Now, despite having great potential, Vietnam only provides 25% of the raw materials needed for drug production in the pharmaceutical industry. Therefore, developing medicinal plants is a suitable direction for economic development. For many years, Quang Nam Province has supported farmers in 9 mountainous districts to cultivate these leading medicinal plants, contributing to eradicating hunger and reducing poverty.
Nam Cha My district is known as the medicinal growing capital of Quang Nam Province. Through the provision of seedlings, the people in Cha Ling Commune have been able to restore the forest, expand the area of ginseng planting, and generate income that is significantly higher than that from upland rice cultivation. Notably, Sedang and Gazong farmers are able to sell medicinal herbs harvested from the fields.
I just sold 7 kilograms of medicinal herbs. I sold them for $6 per kilogram.
Quang Nam has over 700,000 hectares of forest land. Over the past 3 years, the province has been working on a project to preserve and develop the raw material areas for 9 types of medicinal plants. This initiative is seen as a cornerstone for developing the mountainous economy, safeguarding the forest ecosystem, and reducing the risk of landslides.
Growing medicinal herbs alternately with crop fields is a solution to help improve the livelihoods of ethnic people and strengthen forest management.
Ngọc Linh ginseng is considered a key plant in the medicinal plant system. Currently, in Nam Cha My district, nearly 2,000 ethnic households have cultivated 1,600 hectares of ginseng. The farming of medicinal herbs under the forest canopy has greatly improved the financial capacities of many households in poor districts in Quang Nam Province.
Quang Nam Province houses a wide variety of medicinal plants. The locality aims to become a medicinal hub in the Central Highlands. This direction was approved by the Prime Minister.
According to Quang Nam provincial authorities, the herbal medicine industry is considered a key economic driver for overall development in mountainous areas. Furthermore, the cultivation of medicinal herbs plays a crucial role in leveraging forest resources and enhancing forest preservation.
Coming up next on VTV News, Vietnam strengthens efforts to combat IUU fishing. And later on, farmers secure stable livelihoods by growing strawberries in Sơn La Province. Now moving on to other news, the Ministry of Labor, Invalids and Social Affairs has set a goal of sending 125,000 workers abroad this year, focusing on stable and lucrative markets like Japan, Taiwan, China, and South Korea. Ongoing efforts include negotiations to expand industries and labor placement opportunities in collaboration with partners in South Korea, Germany, and Australia to broaden market access in the coming years. In 2023, the number of Vietnamese overseas workers reached nearly 160,000, primarily in stable countries offering secure employment and substantial incomes. The demand for Vietnamese workers from these markets is anticipated to increase again this year. The Vietnam Coast Guard is intensifying efforts to combat IUU fishing by inspecting violations that have occurred in the waters between Vietnam and countries like Malaysia and Thailand. The inspection aims to evaluate the coordination between maritime forces in combating IUU fishing, as well as their management and effectiveness. According to statistics from 2023, Vietnam reported 52 fishing vessels caught fishing in foreign waters, which is a 50% reduction compared to the previous year. However, new illegal fishing methods have emerged, such as deploying surveillance devices on other ships or even generating fake signals. Additionally, the number of foreign ships violating Vietnamese waters is also increasing. To address these issues, a joint command will be established, consisting of the Coast Guard, Navy, and Border Guard, to monitor the waters between Vietnam and other countries. The once barren Tân Thao area in My Sinh District, Sơn La Province, has been transformed into fertile land with strawberry trees. This successful initiative by the Tân Thao Cooperative has significantly improved the livelihoods of the local residents in the region.
This entire area used to be wine hills, with farmers solely cultivating rice. However, now these hills are adorned with the green and red hues of strawberries, while the locals have become members of the Tân Thao Cooperative. The time for the strawberry harvest has arrived. It is estimated that each hectare will yield about 10 tons of fruit.
Our strawberries take about 2.5 months from planting to harvesting. Our main crop is ready for harvest at the end of September. Strawberries are shipped the same day, so we pick them up in the morning to ensure their freshness.
Strawberries are particularly prone to diseases compared to other fruits. Therefore, it is necessary for cooperative members to regularly prune old leaves to maintain the cleanliness of the plant's bases. They employ biological traps and natural enemies to control pests, avoiding the use of toxic chemicals.
We remove old leaves so that the trees can focus on growing new leaves, flowers, and fruits. If old leaves are present, they can easily rot and damage other leaves and plants.
The Tân Thao Cooperative, consisting of 25 members, follows a sustainable approach to developing a high-tech specialized fruit growing area through linked production. Additionally, the cooperative actively collaborates with stores to ensure a market for the farmers' output.
Cooperatives make it easier to share farming experiences and transfer technology among members. As a result, farmers can improve their productivity and quality. After 3 years, the cooperative has paid off the loan to the bank for social policies.
The new approach and bold initiative of replacing ineffective corn and cassava plants with Japanese Hana strawberries has helped members of Tân Thao Cooperative secure stable livelihoods.
The capital city of Hanoi is making efforts to develop its tourism industry in a sustainable and efficient manner. It aims to become a welcoming destination for tourists traveling in the northern region and throughout the country. To achieve this goal and contribute to the recovery of the country's tourism sector, the city is implementing several solutions this year.
In 2023, Hanoi welcomed 4.72 million international arrivals. The number of domestic visitors reached 20 million, and the total tourism revenue increased by 142.5% compared to 2022.
It's so friendly because I visited many places here. I visited, except Hanoi, I visited Ho Chi Minh.
Hanoi expanded its tourism products by launching over 10-night tour products last year. The main task for the capital's tourism industry in 2024 is to continue expanding and innovating its products. This is expected to fully utilize the 90-day e-visa policy to increase visitors' length of stay in Hanoi.
There were increases in international visitors' spending and length of stay in Hanoi in 2023. In 2024, we strive to increase the average stay period to 2.5 days per guest and increase total revenue by 10%.
This year, Hanoi will prioritize attracting key customer markets in the vicinity. The city also aims to promote tourism from more distant markets. Additionally, there is a focus on improving connectivity between Hanoi and nearby provinces, with a specific emphasis on promoting cultural heritage products.
Future cooperation needs to be more substantial, bringing practical benefits to all localities involved.
This year, Hanoi aims to attract 25.6 million visitors, including 5 million foreign visitors, representing a 10% year-on-year increase.
As state approaches, Hanoi authorities are holding a peach blossom contest to honor and promote local traditional flower villages. That is the first time such an event has been staged in the capital city, attracting contest entries from a large number of peach growers and local artisans.
Kong Nghĩa Thắng was born into a family that has grown peach trees for decades. He introduced 6 types of peach trees for this contest. They were selected from thousands of other trees in his orchard, with their shape representing prosperity and family reunion.
I take care of them with all my heart. Locals in Phu Thuong have a long-standing tradition of growing peach trees. Although many people are changing jobs, I hope our tradition will be preserved and passed down through generations.
The tradition of growing peach blossoms for Tết has been ongoing for over 1,000 years. This contest aims to display the beauty of local peach blossoms and raise awareness of the tradition.
We've implemented many plans to preserve local peach trees, such as evaluating the genetic resources of peach plants and selecting, classifying, and developing the best peach tree varieties.
More than 600 households are growing peach trees in Daeho district. The contest is a great opportunity for local peach growers to exchange ideas and initiatives to preserve traditional flower village.
An increasing urban population has reduced the peach growing areas. Despite difficulties, we still seek ways to maintain our livelihood and ensure sufficient consumer supply.
Hanoi authorities are preparing application documents for the peach blossom growing tradition to be recognized as an intangible cultural heritage of Vietnam.
On Saturday, over 4,000 athletes took part in the Vietnam Trail Marathon, or VTM 2024, in Mộc Châu District, Sơn La Province. The VTM offers distances of up to 70 kilometers, taking runners through beautiful plum blossom-filled gardens in the Mộc Châu Plateau. This event not only promotes sports, but also showcases the stunning landscape of Mộc Châu to both domestic and international tourists.
Starting from various locations in Mộc Châu Farm Town, participants can enjoy running routes surrounded by beautiful natural scenery, peaceful villages, stunning grasslands, tea plantations, and valleys filled with plum and apricot blossoms.
I couldn't help but feel proud of the province's poetic landscapes while running through the beautiful paths. It was such a wild experience.
This is a unique opportunity for the province to introduce its picturesque scenery and sightseeing to visitors from near and far.
Established in 2019, the Vietnam Trail Marathon has quickly grown to become one of the largest trail running events in Southeast Asia. It has played a significant role in enriching Mộc Chau's tourism resources and products.
Coming up next in our world news. Thai court orders government to tackle air pollution. And later on, Japan becomes the 5th country to land a spacecraft on the moon. Now moving on to our world news, a court in Thailand has ordered the government to develop an urgent plan to reduce air pollution within 90 days as the country prepares for its annual peak of harmful haze. During the early months of the year, Thailand experiences a decline in air quality due to a combination of agricultural burning, industrial emissions, and vehicle exhaust. Bangkok and the northern city of Chiang Mai were among the most polluted cities in the world on certain days last year. In 2023, air pollution in Thailand led to approximately 2 million people seeking medical treatment. The World Bank estimates that air pollution costs Thailand 6% of its GDP annually. Japan has become the 5th country in history to reach the moon. One of its spacecraft, without astronauts, successfully made a soft landing on the lunar surface early Saturday. The country's smart lander for investigating the moon was launched in September and touched down on the lunar surface at around 0:20 a.m. Japan time. According to the Japan Aerospace Exploration Agency, the spacecraft was carrying 2 small autonomous probes, which separated upon landing to begin exploring the moon. Hiroshi Yamagawa, the president of the JAXA, confirmed the successful soft landing and the spacecraft's ability to send signals after its descent. However, the solar panel capabilities appeared to be impaired upon landing, resulting in the spacecraft relying on battery power. German lawmakers approved legislation on Friday that relaxes the rules for obtaining citizenship and removed restriction on holding dual citizenship. The government argues that this plan will enhance the integration of immigrants and attract skilled workers. Under the new legislation, individuals will be eligible for citizenship after 5 years of residency in Germany instead of the current requirement of 8 or 6 years. Additionally, children born in Germany will automatically become citizens if one parent has been a legal resident for 5 years, as opposed to the previous requirement of 8 years. However, foreigners who rely on subsidies from the German state will not be eligible to apply for citizenship, even if they have lived continuously in Germany for many years. The new citizenship law in Germany allows individuals to retain their original nationality when acquiring German citizenship. The 4th Winter Youth Olympic Games began with an opening ceremony in South Korea's eastern Gangwon province on Friday. This year, South Korea made history as the first non-European host of the Winter Youth Olympics.
A total of 15 disciplines across 7 sports will be showcased during the 2-week sports event in the 4 host cities of Gangwon Province, Gangnam, Pyeongchang, Jongseon, and Hengseong. Under the slogan, Grow Together, Shine Forever. Approximately 1,900 athletes aged 14 to 18 from around 80 countries and regions will compete in the Games.
Give it your best at your first Olympic competition. Make new friends. Live the Olympic values. Respect yourself. Respect your competitor. Respect the rules. Enjoy your Olympic experience. This is your time to grow together and to shine forever.
The number of young athletes participating in the Winter Olympics has reached a record high, as Algeria, Nigeria, Puerto Rico, Tunisia, and the United Arab Emirates are scheduled to make their debuts in the Winter Youth Olympics. The Winter Youth Olympic Games will run until February 1st.
And now let's have a brief look at the weather forecast. And that is all that we have for this hour on VTV News. To rewatch our program, you can visit our website or YouTube channel or download a mobile app, VTVgo, for more. Thank you for watching, and goodbye for now.